the range of motion is just forward and backwards, which is what gives you your propulsion on the drive system. These two tabs that are hanging out the back here is your forward and reverse. So they've got a green sticker and a red sticker. Green is for forward, red is for reverse. If the stickers come off or something like that, you can also tell by the length. The shorter tab here is for forward, the longer tab is for reverse. So to put it into reverse from forward, put your feet together so the blades are straight down. Grab onto the reverse tab, give it a pull, and the fins will flip around backwards. And then it's the same motion.
Okay.
Forward and backwards. Just pedal, it'll back you up. Okay, when you're ready to go forward again, put your feet together again so the blades are straight down. Grab forward, give it a pull, the blades will spin around forward again.
Do we have to change the direction both, or it's enough when one of them?
Just one of them will be plenty. As long as the other person isn't paddling at the same time.
Okay, yes.
Just one is plenty. Yep.
Yes, but it's when I'm going forwards and backwards, it doesn't work.
Yeah, then it won't work. Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
So that's the drive operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real simple. It's real basic.
Yeah,
To
it's
put the
nice.
drive in, it's real simple as well. These two metal tabs that you have right here, they go straight into these clips, and it automatically locks in. So all you do is make sure the drive is nice and level. Once it's lined up, give it a little push, and those tabs automatically lock in. So they should return to that forward position. Just give it a little pull, make sure it's locked in.
Oh, no.
If it's not, it'll be pretty obvious. If one side isn't locked in, it'll shake a lot. If both sides aren't locked in, it's just going to come out. Okay? So, if you ever do need to get the drive out, when you're sitting in the chair, you just pull these two black tabs right here straight back towards you.
Yeah.
Just like so.
Then you can
And then pull straight up.
Yeah.
And the drive pops right out.
Yeah.
Okay? Now this little bungee cord right here, when you're not operating the drive, you want to keep this cord on the drive leg. So all you're going to do is take this little arm, loop it right around that
Why
leg.
is that necessary?
That puts pressure on this arm right here,
Yes.
which will actually, you can see on the side, that'll pull the fins up against the bottom of the boat.
Yeah.
So when the drive is in and you're not using it, you'll lock that drive so the fins are up against the bottom of the boat.
Yeah.
When you're out pedaling around, when you're making that full range of motion, you need to have this much water to make a full stroke, right?
Yes.
If you're pedaling around and all of a sudden you realize it's getting shallow, what we do is we call it the O-crap maneuver. You realize it's getting shallow when you're pedaling around, you just push one foot forward and leave it there. And you can just glide.
Doesn't matter
coast.
which foot.
Doesn't matter which one.
Good.
Whichever one is already
leave it
forward,
there.
just push it forward and assess your situation.
Got it.
You know?
Yeah.
You can run aground just like this and you won't hurt the drive.
No?
Nope.
Oh,
You'll be just fine if you run aground like this.
Oh.
The problem is when you're pedaling around and you don't realize it's getting shallow, if this is hanging down,
Sure.
this is going to be the first thing that hits the ground.
Sure,
Yep.
sure.
So there's a steel mass that goes through here that'll bend, or if you hit it hard enough, it'll break it. Yep.
We
So,
take care of that. No problem.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
so if you realize it's getting shallow, just push one foot all the way forward and figure out what you're going to do from there. Okay?
Good, then we can do this stuff.
Yep. So when you launch, we'll put the drives in already, and we'll lock them in the up position. So when you launch, you'll have to use your paddle. You'll get out a little bit away from shore, and then once you get out far enough, then you'll put your paddle away. Yep. You'll unclip your drive, and then you'll use your drive. All right.
There's no area we have to be very careful here. This on this side. Also not on the island. Near the islands, there's no rocks, no what.
There's some oyster beds.
Yes.
Just that's about it, though.
Really.
Just a few oyster beds, and you can see them when they're sticking up out of the water. You'll see them when you start getting closer. Generally, we say stay about 20 to 30 yards away from the shoreline, and you should have plenty of water to operate the drive just fine. Okay?
Steering now is the last thing.
So, yep, that's the drive operation. Oh, last thing for the drive.
Yes.
Once you get in, you will have to set the distance that the pedals are away from you. You don't want the pedals too close to you. You don't want them too far away.
Okay, that's it.
So to adjust the distance, this little button that's on top here, all you do is push this little guy in, and then it'll move. You can see it'll move up and down the drum here. There's different settings that you can set it to. So you'll set it to one setting, make sure they're both set to the same setting.
Sure.
Make sure they lock in, and then you'll test to see if that's far enough, or if it's too close, or if it's too far, and then you'll adjust it from there. Yep.
Perfect.
All right. So that's how you adjust the distance that the pedals are. Put that back on, so we're in the lock position. So last thing is the rudder system, so how you steer. Steering is the little handle that's right beside your chair. On this particular tandem, each chair has a steering handle, so you can steer from either seat. Either seat, yep. They are attached to the same steering line.
Yes.
So when one handle gets pushed to the left, the other handle will push to the left as well.
That's good.
So make sure you communicate with two steering, so that one person isn't trying to turn left and the other one's trying to turn
I
right.
don't touch it.
This one?
But it's mostly who's sitting in the back. It's
Generally,
Yeah.
yep. Generally, the person in the back handles most of that. So the last thing is these two tabs that are on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
One says up, one says down.
Uh-huh.
That's to pull the rudder up and to put the rudder down. So the rudder is a twist and stow.
Over there. Yeah.
It's called a twist and stow, but you can see it on the back of the boat, just sitting on the back right over there.
Yeah.
So again, each seat has control over this.
Yeah.
And again, we usually say the person in the back will be in control of putting the rudder down and pulling the rudder up.
Nice. Yeah.
So to put the rudder down, all you do is grab your down tab right here, and you're gonna pull it. And what you want to do is run the line into this cleat that's right here. It's called a cam cleat. So when you pull that line out, the best thing to do is just keep your hand and this T handle as close to the side of the boat as you can. Your hand almost goes into the cup holder when you pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll force that line into that
Flip down. Yeah.
Yep, into that cleat right there. And you're gonna pull it all the way until it stops. So it's gonna come out a pretty good distance from the side of the boat.
Yeah.
Obviously it can't go down all the way.
Right.
You're sitting on the ground. But you can see how that line gets run into that cleat.
Right.
That'll lock the rudder down. Okay?
And then we leave it like this, like this.
And you paddle around with it just like that, locked in there. Usually that extra line, I just toss it inside the pocket.
Right.
Stays out of your way that way. Pedal around. You only need to uncleat it if you run aground or if you're done and you're coming back. Okay?
Then I have to put up.
So to take it up, you'll have to uncleat it first.
Yeah.
So you take this T handle, you're going to pull it towards this side of the boat to get that out of the cleat, and then just let go. It'll go back in. You grab the up line, pull it. Again, same thing. Pull it all the way until it stops. All the way up to the top of the boat. You'll hear it hit the boat, and then,
Right. There's no clip.
just let it go. Yep. Yeah, there's no clip on that side, just when it's down.
Okay.
So that's to put the rudder down and pull the rudder up. Okay?
Yeah,
So
good.
the reason we say just the person in the back handles
Yes.
the controls for the rudder is because when you pull this out and you cleat it and it's locked down, when you get that all the way down,
Right.
in order to put it up, you have to uncleat
Sure.
it. It won't come up if it's uncleated.
Right.
So sometimes the person in the front is going to look here and they're going to go, oh, it's not cleated. And then they'll grab the up line and they'll try and pull it, but it's
break it.
cleated in the back. Yep.
Yeah.
And then it'll break a line or something like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So we say the person in the back is controlled, in control, because
Yeah,
they can
that
look
makes
down
sense, yeah,
and they
absolutely.
can see that it's not cleated, and then they can
Right.
pull it up.
Yeah.
So again, the only time you need to pull it up is if you run aground, or if you're done and you're coming back.
Coming back to the shore.
When you're using the drive,
Yes.
that rudder has to be down.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the only way you have steering, is
Right.
with that rudder down.